Hello everyone. In today's lecture we are going to discuss about circular linked list. So in this particular session we are going to discuss how to insert in a circular linked list from the beginning as well as from the end. So we are going to discuss about insertion processes. Okay, so before that we'll discuss what circular linked list means. So in a circular linked list, suppose you are having multiple nodes in a linked list. So we are having suppose 3 nodes in our linked list. So in normal linked list or in a single linked list, in the last node, uh, address field contains null. But in the circular linked list, suppose you are having data values as 10, 20, 30. Now in the next field of the last node, null won't be there. You'll be having address of the first node in next field of the last node. So this will act as a circular queue. So from first node you can access second node, from this node you can access this particular node, and from this node you can access the first node. So the insertion goes on like this. Now if we want to insert any particular node from the beginning of this linked list, that means if I want to insert a node over here. So suppose there is a node, value is 40, data value, and I have to insert it at the beginning. Then how will I do this? Okay, so I'll discuss about insertion at the beginning in a circular linked list. So we'll write the function as function name, suppose insert at beginning. Okay, now I need to use malloc function in order to give memory location to this node. So I'll take p, and you must have created a structure for this. The structure will be same as it is as we discussed in single linked list. So structure will remain same. You'll be having one data field and you'll be having one next field. So it will be same as normal linked list. So we'll be having one data field, and the second field will store the address of the next node. So we can write it like this, a struct node, because the data type will remain same. It will be a struct node because this particular next field is going to address next node in a linked list, which is again a structure. So that's why the data type will remain same. It will be structure, and if you want to give an alternative name, then you can use typedef for this. So I can use typedef, and I can write struct node n. So now this n will act as an alternative name for struct node. Okay, now see, I have taken one pointer of struct node type. Now I can use malloc function and give memory location to this. So p equals to typecasting. This is the syntax for malloc size of n. Okay, so this will be the line for giving memory allocation. Now see, now our node is created. Now I need to ask from the user which value he wants to insert. So I'll ask from the user to enter some number. Enter number. Now to read it, I'll write p data. So p is a pointer which is pointing to this particular node. Now p data means this particular location, this one. So whatever number user will give, that will simply be added at this particular location. And if I want to access this location, then I need to write p next. Okay, so I have created a node in which the first field contains data. Now in the next field I should have address for this first node. Now there should be one pointer head which must be pointing to this node. Generally when we create structure, at that time we create one head also, and that head we initialize it to null. Okay, so I have to take this condition also, that if head is null, that means whatever node you are going to insert is the first node. So I have to write it accordingly. So if head is null, if head is null, in that case p data value you have already given. So in the next field, in circular linked list, we don't have null values. Simply a node, the last node contains the address of the first node. So if head is null, that means this is the only node which you are going to insert. There are no more nodes. So in the p next, you'll be having p only. So the condition will be like this. This is the node which you have created. Now in the next field, it will contain itself. Okay, so this will be the, and head will point to this. If head is null, so I'll write head equals to p. Okay, but if head is not null, and if you are having nodes in your linked list, suppose this is the situation, if 10, 20, 30 is already existing and you are going to insert this 40, so what all things I need to modify? The first thing is I need to create this particular link. Okay, in the next field of this p, in the next field of this p, I should have the address of head. Okay, so I'll write, and second thing which I need to modify is head should point to this node now, which I have created now. So I'll modify it accordingly. I'll write in p next, what should come? Head. Okay, and head, new head will be p only. Okay, so this is what we are doing right now. Now you can see in the figure that the last node contains the address of the first node. Okay, address of head basically. Okay, so now this must be containing the address of head. Okay, this node must be containing the address of head, and now the new head is this node 40. So automatically this will be modified. Fine, because head pointer is modified. Now suppose if I want to insert at the end, okay, I have to insert at the end, then in that case I'll take the same example. Suppose I'm having three nodes 10, 20, 30. Here in the circular linked list, you don't have any null value in the last node. Last node contains the address of the first node, and there must be a head pointer which must be pointing to the first node of the linked list, right? So this must be a scenario. Now in this case, I want to insert a new node at the last. Okay, I want to insert a new node at the last. So first thing is I should reach till this point, then only I'll insert the address of this node over here. Okay, I need to create a link something like this, and this next field of the newly created node should contain the value of head, right? So all these two modifications I need to do. So I'll start writing the function. So end, insert at end, most of the things will remain same. Like in case your head is null, in that case what all features you have done in insert at the beginning, same line of codes you have to write over here. So insert at the end, I'll take a pointer p, I'll allocate memory using malloc function, right? So after that I'll ask from the user to give some number so that I can insert it into the data field of this newly created node. So whatever data he is giving, that will directly go into the, see, I've created a pointer p which is pointing to this node. Now in p data, I'm asking which node user wants to insert. So I'll write ampersand p of data. That means the first field of the node, right? In the second field of the node, sorry, in the second field of the node, what all things I have to give? P next should be equals to head. So before that, what I'll do, I'll take one more pointer, suppose temp, that will be equals to head. Now first I'll traverse the whole linked list to reach the last point. Okay, so I'll write while temp next. Now here I cannot use null, so I'll write while temp next is not equals to head. Okay, in the next field the address of head should be there. Until that I'll keep running this loop, and what all I'm doing, temp equals to temp next. Okay, temp equals to temp next. This is what I'm doing, and after that temp equals to temp next. So what is basically happening, temp equals to head means temp is pointing to the same node to which head is pointing. I'm checking whether temp next equals to head or not. No, here temp next is not head because it is containing the address of this node. Then temp will be temp next. Okay, here again I'll check whether temp next is head or not. Here also it is not containing the address of head, it is containing the address of this node. So temp equals to temp next. Okay, then again I'll check temp next equals to head. Here temp next is equals to head, right? So here I'll stop. So I got a pointed temp which is pointing to this node. So I'll come out of the loop, I'll write temp next equals to p. So this temp next equals to p, this link will be created, right? So I'll come out of the loop, I'll write temp next equals to p, right? And directly I can give p next equals to head. Okay, to create this link I'll give p next equals to head. So I've created both the links. This is all I have to do in case of insertion. Here in this particular code you can insert, here you can insert the code if head is null. The same thing which we did in insertion at the beginning, that if head is null, that means there are no nodes which are existing. So simply I'll write if head is null, then p next will be equals to head, or p next equals to p. Basically head is null na initially, so p next equals to p and head equals to p. Okay, or you can write it opposite, that head equals to p, p next equals to head. That you can write if head is null. Else you have to do this part, right? So this is what you have to do in insertion at the end. I hope you must have understood. In case of any query, any confusion, you can write your queries, your questions in comment section. Thank you so much.